Kerala High Court rules out that the Popular Front of India's strike is illegal. Strict instructions given to the government to take strong action to prevent violence. Order to furnish information of damages to the court. So the Kerala High Court coming down strongly on this hartal that has been called by the Popular Front of India. The government has been asked to ensure that there is no violence. Strict action has been ordered. Neetu, if you're still there with us, anything that you can add to from what the High Court has said?
See, Kerala High Court has always come down heavily on the hartals, and in this particular case they have actually taken a suo moto. As I mentioned earlier, you need to give ample time, you need to call your hartals earlier so that people can be prepared and decide whether they want to support this or not. So that was not given. So that is one of the main reasons that the court has said that this is illegal, because you called it yesterday. And we can also see that there is a lot of police action also. As I mentioned earlier, in Malappuram district alone, 108 people have been taken into preventive custody. While we were out here in Thiruvananthapuram, here also we saw that police waylaiding a group and taking them into custody. They said that they were going for the protest. We haven't heard from the police yet, but they have also been taken in the police jeep is what we are understanding.
All right, Pradeep Pillai, thank you for waiting for so long. Help us understand, if the top leadership is in custody, if the High Court is coming out strongly and people of Kerala are also clearly showing that there is no popular support for this kind of a hartal call, would you stick your neck out and say this is perhaps the beginning of the end of Popular Front of India, especially their domination in Kerala?
See, it's not as easy as that, but at the same time, yes, this is the biggest blow yet to the leadership and to the organization and to the cadre of the Popular Front of India since its inception. As we were discussing yesterday also, the state governments, various state governments, let it be the left or the Congress-led UDF, has shown a soft corner, has taken a soft approach towards the atrocities, I must say, and the kind of violent actions, the violent protests, the violent demonstrations are done by the Popular Front and its cadre. At the same time, we must also go back to what Anand Narasimhan was referring to. This whole thing took birth here, right in Kerala in 2006. And its biggest strength, biggest network, biggest financial holdings, biggest property holdings, probably the highest number of cadres, and a kind of organization which can come out with 50 or 100 people in a question of 5 or 10 minutes, as we saw during the raids, which was a surprise one, which was a flash action by the NIA and the ED and assisted by the CRPF. We still saw sporadic, spontaneous protests, blockage of roads extra happening. Yes, on the one side, even when the High Court is saying this is illegal, the High Court had way back in 2019 banned the flash hartals. It required a certain amount of notice to be given, and despite the public in general opposed to the hartal, let it be flash or otherwise, the merchants and traders organizations coming out against the hartal, still, if the cadres could go berserk and have a spark of so much of violence right across the state, it also shows a sense of panic, a sense of the feel that is coming in, the intimidation that they are feeling. So I would definitely stick my neck out and say that if not now, never.
All right, Pradeep, do hold on. I want to take this conversation further, but I have to take a break. Would request Shashikantji and also my colleagues Anand, Neetu and Manu to hold on. Before I go into the break, however, I do want to remind you to vote for your